So we'll start at 6, 2 or 3 like that.
Can you please tell me that every time the session will be there and the TA will be different, or
No,
will be same?
no. He will. The other guy, the other TA will take on Monday. I will take on Tuesday. And
Okay, so you both are fixed.
yes, and other than that, like today, I will solve the week ones kind of assignments.
Okay.
Uh, and like every week we will solve 1 weeks of assignments like uh,
No,
kind.
actually, I think we are late. We need help with the assignment for week two. We are totally late.
I know,
With
I
the
know, I know. Like I know, NPTEL this year has just like what to say. Like they have just delayed it. Like last year when I took the class, we used to do like that. Like week one's contents assignment solving will happen in week one only. But this year they have just delayed it every week. I know. I cannot do anything. They have scheduled it like that.
because tomorrow is the
I
due date
know.
of the
Yeah,
assignments.
like previous year when I used to take it, like today if there is week one's I've been solving, then week one's deadline was like Wednesday or Thursday, like that. I know they have changed it, delayed it by 1 week this semester. I don't know why they have done it. Okay, so let's start. Uh, so hello everyone. My name is Rijoy Mukherjee. So I will be taking this interactive session for NPTEL course on programming in modern C++. So I'm a research scholar in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, IIT Kharagpur. So this will be our interactive session. You can ask any questions whenever you want after I have completed it or not. Or this session is being recorded, so you will get a version of this after it is being completed. So okay, so let's start with this week's problem solving session. Okay, so you have this you have been given this problem. You need to find out what is the output. So this is a typical C++ code for stack implementation. So if you have gone through this week one coursework, so you know like this what are the header files and what is it is being used like for running the code. So as you can see in this code, we are taking a string, a character type array. Like in C++ and C, it is a quite difference. What is uh, a character string and what is a character array and what is a string? Okay, so we are taking two stack elements, S1 and S2, and the code does what is these following iterations, two for loops. So what it is being done, so like we have a string,
TA, can you please share the PPT into chat? The code is pixelized. It's not clear.
It is not clear.
Yeah, please share the link to the PPT in the chat.
One minute.
Thank
Now
you
it
so much.
now everyone can like click on the link and join that Jamboard. Okay.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Does sir this class will be held every day, 6 to 8 p.m.?
No, it is like every Monday and Tuesday. Monday, some other person will take the class, other TA, and Tuesday I will be taking. So this you can consider as a problem solving class. Like, okay, so it is a 2 hours class. Okay, I will take class for like we will solve some problems for 1 hour. Then next 1 hour you can ask your doubts. Um, I will also prepare some programming questions so that like you are like C++ solving only MCQ won't help you much. So like certain small like C++ programs we will be doing solving writing. Okay, so let's solve it. Okay, so what does the first iteration does? The first iterations uses a stack and iterates up to the half of the length of the string, that is up to here, like COMP. So the first for loop. So this one. So this one does C. Mute yourself.
थोड़ा पठानो लेने प्रधान मैं बड़ा है
Okay. So this will be the content of stack S1 after iteration 1. So another now for iteration 2, you see it starts just from the index. So this value of I, so here I traverses up to 3. So here it starts from I equals to 3. So here like S2 it will be, so this and this will be put in the stack. Now what happens, like while S1 is not empty, we are popping from S1 and putting into S2. So we are actually popping from here and putting in here. So if this is the current content of S2, so after popping from S1, it will become, so this one will pop first, P M P M then this one, then O, then C. So now here popping from S1 to S2. Now the last one. So last one it does, it pops from S2. So what pops does is from traverses from here to downward. Last in, first out. So it will be COMPRETU. So the correct answer will be D. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. Like, meet yourself. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask. You can unmute and ask regarding this question one.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I didn't get from second loop.
Second loop in the sense like for this one.
Yes, sir. This one.
This one. Yeah. So this part you understand, right? Like the first four elements we are pushing into stack S1. Now what happens? You see the value of I starts from 0 and it ends at 3, half of the length. So now here you see we are using the same I. The I value is not getting changed. So now
Yes.
it traverses from 3 to the least of the length. So from here to here.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So here it traverses from I equal to 0 to 3. Now
Zero.
here it becomes 4. So it traverses from 4 to 7 here.
7.
Okay. UTER. So it gets like pushed into stack S2. After that, what happens in this loop? In this loop, you see it is the we are pushing from the from here to here S2. So if this is the initial content of S2, we are popping from here. P comes to here, M comes to here, O comes to here, and C comes to here. So this is the modified S2, and
Sir,
this uh,
how did this get reversed? RETU.
I mean RETU. You mean C? When we are pushing what means? Pushing means fast in. Okay, so fast. What is the first element we are pushing? U pushed get.
U.
Then what? T,
Okay.
then E, then R. And how
E
the
and
popping
then R.
happens? Popping happens from the top in the case of a stack. So in case of a stack, what is there? So at the top it is C, O,
C.
N, P. Then what it is? Then the rest couplet of S2, R, E, T, U.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
Thank you, sir.
so any more doubt? Okay, so I'm moving to the next problem. So which of the following is not a container adapter? So here you see there are different types of containers in C++. You have encountered vector, list, uh, this one kind of. Then you have encountered stack, queue. So there is a particular difference like in how like in between this and this. So if you see in a vector or a list, the insertion, like whatever you insert, it can happen at any place, right? Logically, in a vector is basically an array. So in an array, you can insert in the middle position, you can insert in the end position, like, and say similarly in a list. In a list also, similar kind of insertion is possible. But in a stack, it is not possible. In a stack, it is always first in, uh, first in, last out. Right? No, sorry, last in, first out. And in a queue, it is first in, first out. So in this kind of things, like in this kind of containers are a different type of thing from the one such as vector or a list. So these are basically generally called sequential container, and this stack and queue kind of things are called adapter container. So in so stack and queue both are adapter container, and priority queue is also a adapter container. So in priority queue, in the sense, in what happens in priority queue, the insertion happens with a sort of priority, with insertion of each element happens with a priority, like each element is associated with a certain decimal value which we call it priority. But DQ is not. DQ is basically a doubly linked list. So this is not an adapter container. So the correct answer is C.
Yeah, yesterday in the session there was a group made of WhatsApp by the TA Aridas. So what
I
was the request?
Okay, so I will not do something like that. Okay, he
No,
has.
no. So I'm just requesting you to join for the instant discussion and answers.
You can ask here, like you can ask any chat here. Like I don't have my WhatsApp mobile with me now. So
Okay.
okay, so whatever you want to discuss, you discuss in the chat. I will look and I will answer. Okay, so let's go to the next question. If you have any doubt, you can ask, or I will go to the next question. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So you have this code segment. So you have to fill in something here such that the output is found. So the question is, you have to fill in the appropriate option in line 1 so that the output becomes found. Okay, so what does this piece of code does? So we have a array or character array, not a string. This is not a string, this is a character array. So we have a character array A, B, C, D, E, and we have a specific key D. We have to put the write the appropriate statement here such that the output is found. So this basically checks whether you know what is the syntax for binary search. Binary search is basically a function that is part of this class, that is algorithm. Yeah, someone has looked at like given the correct answer. So it will be so. What is the syntax? The syntax is we have to give the initial pointer, end pointer, and key. This is the format for binary search. Now, initial pointer in this case will be data 0, this address. So what will be the address of data 0? Ampersand of data 0. End pointer will be ampersand of data 5, and other part will be key. So this one will be correct. Also, you don't have to write ampersand and write it. You can directly write data. This contains the first address of array. So data plus 5 and key. This will also give the correct answer. Any doubt? Like why? Like one many person have this doubt, like whether why this and these are same. Basically, data 0 points to this, and the first like here you have to give the initial pointer. So what will be the pointer to this? Ampersand. Simultaneously, this data is basically this. These two are equivalent.
Can you please tell me what type of operator is AND here in A option?
Mhm.
What type of operator is AND data 0 in option A? Before data 0, it's written
Mhm.
AND sign. What type of operator is this?
This is okay. So this is a pointer. Like we call it ampersand. You can call it and something anything. It is not necessary, but this basically represents the pointer. So you know the concept of pointer,
Yeah,
huh?
I know.
Yeah. So basically, this is a pointer. Pointer is basically memory address.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to the next question. So you have been given this code segment. So one thing I will say, like this kind of like MCQ type of questions are quite like where it is given like what will be the fill in the blanks, like this kind of thing, or in the previous we have checked what will be the output. These are quite common questions which will be asked not only in this course, but also if you have any if you are doing an UG course and there is this subject C++ or C. These are the most common type of question you will face. They give the output of this program statement on what will be the fill in the blanks. These are the very common questions that you will be facing. Even if you get competitive exams like GATE, they are also you will be facing these kind of questions like what is this? What will be the output of this statement? So these are very common kind of questions that will be facing. Like you may think like C++ course why there is no programming, but this is a reality. Like they will ask this kind of question. They are very common. So what is this code doing? Okay, so we have a function called modify, it does rotation twice. It has got two rotate function. Rotate is part of this algorithm uh, like definition file, whatever you want to say. So it has a array. So IRR5 will basically contain. So here it is containing 1, 2, 3, 5. So this part of the code does this assigning, nothing more. Okay. Now I hope everybody understands this. Like IRR plus IRR is the first points to the is the pointer that points to the first element of this array, and each time as we increase the I1, so IRR initially it is pointing to this one. After the first iteration, it will point to this one. Say third iteration will be pointing to this one, fourth this, and fifth this. So this is basically assigning the values to this array high ARR. Now it does rotate. What does rotate does? So rotate has three. It takes three pointer: begin, middle, end. Let's try first this one. So uh, what it does is the middle part here it is mentioned. So initial is this one. The middle they are saying this one, and this is the end. So after first iteration, what it will do is it will simply bring these two to the first, these three to the end. So this simplifies and to this. How is it happening? It says rotate upon this. So so it moves first there, then there, and as a result, it does a circular rotation, and it gets accumulated in the end. So this is the output. This will be the output after first rotation. Now the next rotation will be upon this one. So here it what it does is this one is the middle, this one is the start, and this one is the end. What it will do as the previous one, the middle will come here and the begin will go at the back. So after these two, it will come back to the initial one only. So the correct answer here will be A. Yeah, I'm repeating once. One second.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
why 4 is middle?
Yeah, it will
Is
be
in middle.
1 minute, 1 minute. I just made a mistake. I didn't check this one. Okay, sorry. So this one will be the end one, right? One second, 1 second. I just didn't check it. I thought it is five only. 1 minute. Yeah. So actually, I didn't check the end one. So here the end one is 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So here we are rotating. This is the beginning. This is the end. This is the middle, and this is the end. And we are rotating upon this. So it will be 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. So the correct answer will be B, not A. Sorry. So this will be the correct answer.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, how we are assigning beginning, middle, and end?
And see, it is given here. So this is the format of rotate. Okay. So rotates initial. It takes three parameter: begin, middle, and end. And see here it is. So if you simply notice the first, if you notice the first rotate like first function rotate, it simply takes its the initial is ARR, the middle is
Yes,
ARR plus 3, and the
plus 3.
and end is ARR plus 5. So so if you consider this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so this is the beginning, right?
Yes,
This is the middle, ARR plus 3,
yes, sir.
and this is the end, right?
End is
5.
digit 5.
No, no. I mean 5 is ARR plus 4, right? ARR plus 4 is 5. ARR plus 5 means the last address. You don't have to
Okay, sir.
you don't have to like complicate it. You just think
Yes,
this part, whatever is from the middle to the end, will be brought forward. So it will become 4, 5, and whatever is here, it will come to the back, right?
okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
What happens in the next one? In the next one, it says this is the beginning now. It is given
yes,
ARR.
sir.
Then it is told ARR plus 2. So
Plus 2.
plus 2 is this one,
Yes, sir.
and here now the end is this one. See, ARR plus 4. So now the array becomes this, right? We'll be rotating upon this portion.
Okay,
Okay. So now the rotation will become 1 comma 2 will come forward, 4 comma 5 will go backward, and 3 will remain as it is. Okay.
sir. 1, 2. Sir,
Mhm.
I didn't get.
Okay. So let me explain it more easily for you. So what is the length of this array?
5.
5. So first one, you understand how it becomes this to this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 5
Yes, sir.
5 is the length of the array. So the like
Length of array.
so this is 1 minus nth element, right? So now what is here? It is now 4.
4.
Okay. So what does that mean? So now we are considering for an array of 4 elements, right?
4. Yes, sir.
Yes. So now what is the now you do okay. So
Hello,
now
sir.
now the first element is
Sir, you are not audible.
You cannot hear me? You cannot hear me? Hello?
You are audible, sir.
Audible, sir.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you will get the recording of these classes, like whoever asking. Don't worry.
Yes, sir. Sir, you are audible.
You understood this?
Sir, your video got stuck.
Hmm.
Not now, earlier, when you were explaining.
Okay, you understood.
Sir, when you were explaining, you was not
So
visible.
you say what part you didn't understood.
Sir, 4512 will our next array.
Okay, so now you see the rotate is from ARR to ARR. The end element is ARR plus 4. So that is a array of 4 elements. You understood that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we will not touch this part. 3 we will not touch. We will rotate upon this part.
Okay, sir.
So what is the first element? 4.
4,
And what is the middle element? 1, because
1,
ARR plus 2. So now what we will do?
plus 2.
So what we will do? We will bring these two element first, 1 comma 2, these two in the back, 4 comma 5, and 3 will remain as it is.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go to the next question. So you have this code. What will be the output? So this question is on vector. Vector has been taught this week. So let's check. By the way, many have joined new, so you can find the link of the like collab, like this Jamboard in the chat box. I guess it is there. Somebody can check it. Yeah, so the recording will be shared with you by the NPTEL team. Okay, I don't know when they will share it, but they should share it by this week when the yeah. So Jamboard you can use this link to get into the Jamboard. Okay, so this is the like code, and what will be the output? So in this code we are using vector. Vector is basically array, uh, but lot of different features, like extra features that makes your life simple. So what does this code does? This code basically initializes a vector with values -1, -1, -1. Okay. Now, what does this does? This after initialization, this now assigns the value for each of this vector element. So what is the I in first iteration? 0. 0 plus 1 is 1, that is 10. Next iteration, I is 1, I plus 1 plus 1 is 2, 20. Next iteration, I value is 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 30. Right. So this is the value, the like size after first, like after these iterations. Now, what is what does this does? What does this does?
So it resizes the array.
Yeah, but the size is already 3. So what does this does? Size is already 3, so it will remain 3 in 20, 30. So the CVEC value will remain same. What does this does? So there are actually many significant. Mute yourself.
Tony, can you please mute yourself?
Okay. Okay. So what does this does? So here, when you specify -1, it initializes all with a value -1. This three vector, like vector of size 3. Next, when you do this, it sees the like the logic behind is this. Okay, the size is already 3, and I will not I will not resize it. So suppose if there was 5, there are 5 elements. Suppose its value was 40 and 50. In that case, this would have been removed. But in this case, the size is 3, so it will remain 3. Okay. Now what does this does? This The significance of this and these are same. So instead of like resizing it to like 1 minute. So here it will remain again 10, 20, 30. So let me give you a bit different example to understand what it happens. -1, -1, -1, 0, 0. Suppose if it is, yeah, suppose initially we have this. So this is a vector 5 of suppose vector 5 of each have a value -1. So now when you put a vector resize 3, then this part will be gone. Similarly, if you put a resize 5, it will actually become -1, -1, -1, 0, 0. Okay, so that's how research occurs. But if it is already filled with values, then it will not change the values to 0 or -1 or 110 like that. The value will remain as it is. It will not reinitialize the value. If once it is initialized, it will remain like that unless you modify it by using an equal to sign or something. Okay, so in this case, after this statement, this and this statement, the value will remain same. Now what happens here? Here it pushes new values into the vector. What it pushes? 1 plus 1 is 0 plus 1 is 1, 20. It pushes 20. Then it pushes 1 plus 1, 2, 40. And then it pushes 2 plus 1, 3, 60. And at the end, this will be the output from this statement. So the correct answer is A. So the objective of this question was to like to get you accustomed to how vector works, how vector initialization works. Like here you see this is one form of initialization. This is one when you resize it, and this is one when you again resize it. But the output in all cases have different meaning, even though the output is same. Any doubt regarding this?
Can you read?
Sir,
Again
element
explain me.
One by one, one by one.
Can you explain me third lines CV dot reset 3 comma 110? What happens there?
What? Which one?
Reset comma 3 comma
Oh,
110,
okay,
sir.
okay, okay, okay. Okay. So, uh, one second. Let me do one thing. Let me explain this here. So, suppose initially this is the thing you have. This is the vector, initial vector. Now, suppose you put a resize 5, and if you put a resize 5 comma 110, what will be the output? Minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, 0, 0. But if you give this, it will become minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, 110, 110. So this is the difference, nothing more, in these two type of resize. But in this case, the resize is 3. So the vector size is already 3. What you are going to resize, it will remain same. Now understood?
Original data 10, 20, 30 can be replaced with 110, 110.
No, 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 no. That is how not it works. That is for the default value. Once you have assigned a value, like in this case you are assigning it in uh, this part. Once you have assigned a value, you during resize you cannot modify the value. That value that is there, it is a default value. This value is basically a default value to initialize the new ones. Old ones cannot be modified.
Okay, sir, thank
So,
you.
array is beyond three elements, then 110 is replaced on the remaining places. Is that right, sir?
Mhm. Please repeat.
Sir, if the array size is beyond 3,
Mm-hmm.
so after remaining 3 elements,
Mhm.
110 is placed on the remaining places. Is
No,
that
no, no,
right,
no,
sir?
no, 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 no. No, in that also doesn't occur. Once you have modified it, you have to modify it by using that only. This is just for initialization. It is not for more like once it has been initialized, you don't get to initialize again using this resize one.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so any more doubt regarding this?
No, sir.
Sir, what is the role of 110 here?
110 is default value. In this case,
So, so
so this you understood. This one which I told. Hello.
any another value?
Huh?
Here we had taken 110. Could we take any other value instead
Any
of
other value.
110?
Any other value. It is a default value. You can
Okay,
put
sir.
anything to initialize.
How many times? And sir, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
That our size of array is 3, then how it is becoming 6? Since our elements are increasing to 6. 10, 20,
Push
30,
wow,
20, 40, 60.
so pushback is sort of like that. Okay, pushback is in the sense you don't have to like reinitialize it. resize it. You don't have to do that instead of pushback. Pushback,
So,
you think like that of a stack kind of sort of.
our size of array is increasing to 6.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
So
This is due to
there is a
pushback.
yeah. So let me explain. So the thing is in C++, this vector thing is kind of dynamic, and you don't get the dynamism when you are using an array. In an array, that is always fixed. You cannot reallocate it. But when you are using vector, you get the dynamism that you can resize it to a greater one or a lesser one. Once you use an array, suppose you define an array of 3, then you cannot modify it by any way. But in this case, you can do it.
Okay, sir.
How can I speak in Tamil? Man, come on.
Sir, if we had taken 2, then our element will be 5 here.
Uh-huh.
If we had taken resize 2, comma 110,
Yeah, then it will be 10 and 20 will be present. Only 10 and 20 will be present.
only 10 and 20, sir.
Yes.
20, what about 20, 40?
No, I cannot. I don't get your question. You tell again.
Sir, I was asking that our size of array increased from 3 to 6.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
Sir, it was due to
this
dot
pushback.
resize 3, comma 110.
No, no, no.
So then, sir,
You only said right now the pushback, due to the pushback, the size of the vector is getting increased.
okay, sir. Yes, I got.
Okay.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Okay. So like question 6. So you have been given this. You have been given this code. So you have to like write a statement here such that the output becomes 4, 10, 10, 20. So again, we have a rotate. So I have given a detailed explanation of rotate. So please someone tell what it will be here after this step. Then I will proceed.
Sir, rotate contains beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah, yeah. No, just tell what will be the output after this step.
Oh, अच्छा, sir, okay.
Okay.
The answer is option A, sir.
Uh-huh. Write in the chat. Write in the chat.
1052.
Write in the chat. I'm not asking about the answer. I am asking what will be the output of the rotate.
1050. Okay.
What? What? Repeat.
So 10, 50, 50.
So this is the initial. Which one is the middle? This one is the middle. And this one is the end.
10, 50, 50.
What is 10, 50, 50? I mean, what will be the output of the rotate? So it will contain 6 elements, right? Some of you have got it. Abhishek have got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sir, it will be 50, 40, 10, 50.
Yes, then 10, 20. Yes. So again, the same concept, just I said. Bring this one to this one in the beginning, and this two in the end. Now you need to remove something such that the output becomes this. So the output, so 3 you have to remove is 50, right? So if you remove 50, it will become 40, 10, 10, 20. So you need to give, so the correct answer will be
Option A.
option A and option C.
But
Yeah.
sir, in option C, we are not pointing.
Mm-hmm.
In option C, we are not pointing.
Why?
No, sir. For the remove part, we have to use the pointer and now.
No, no, IR value changes. See, these and these are equivalent. These are equivalent. So what happens? So basic concept of array is ARR point here to 10. ARR plus 1 point to 20. Like I am telling with respect to this. ARR plus 2 points to 50 and so on. So again, you can access it as ARR 0 is 10. Now here you need to give the address. So address will be given by this address pointer.
Sir, but array travels from 0 to n minus 1.
No, no. The rotate's last one is n plus 1. Maybe 2, 4 also because no, 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 no. What is the size of the array? 6.
6 is the size of array.
So it will be
So it
6.
travels from 0 to 5 index.
Yes. But the last element in this, even for remove, you access anything, remove, rotate, the last one is always n. Here n is 6. But we are traversing from 0 to 5. 0 to n minus 1, but the n is always in this case always the last element, last one, like 5 plus 1, that is n. I mean, just let me say, don't overthink it. It will always be 0 to n minus 1, where n is the size of array, and here you have to always here n is equals to 6. This and this will be the correct one. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So here you have been given uh, a piece of code segment, and you have to determine what is the output. So what we have here? We have an array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What does this does?
Sir, here's I less than is 2, na? Sir, because array size is 5.
Yeah. I'm coming to that. What does this does? I'm just asking this part. This thing. So size of I data, it gives the size of this whole array. So int is 4 unit, 5, that is 20. Size of our value stored in I data. So again, this is another kind of pointer. So ampersand is address at, and this is value at, address of and value at. These are the two kinds of pointers. So it is saying what is the size of whatever element that is present in I data, that is size of 1. So size of 1 in this case is 4. That is 5. This is how some people, yes, size of the array. So it basically gives the length of the array. Yes, correct. Next, what it's this code does. So this iterates how many times? N is 5. 5 divided by 2,
So iteration will go to 3 times.
3 times. What will be 0,
So
1,
0 to
0, 1 and 2, right? So initially what is temp? So let's consider for I equals to 0 what happens. Temp is I data 0, that is 1, right? Now it says replace. So if anyone remembers how replace works, replace is similar: start, end, current val, new val. Okay, so we are telling replace 1. We are saying replace 1, and what it will be replaced with? What does this point to for first iteration? It represents I data plus n minus I minus 1. So I is in this case 0 and n is 5. So 5 minus 1, 4. So it says this one. So it says replace 1 with 5. So it will become 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what does this statement says? This says replace, what is I now? I is this one, 2. 2, replace this data, that is in this case 5, in this part of the array with temp is 1. So what does it does? So what happens now? 5, 2, 3, 4, 1. So this is the content after first iteration. So what does it does? It basically swaps the first element and the last element of the array. Correct? Next, we go to I equals to 1. Now temp value is 2. Data I data 1, that is 2. Temp is now 2. Now it again scans from here to here and it replaces 2 uh, 2 with n minus I minus 1. I is 1, n minus 2. So it replaces 2 with 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 1, and then again replaces it with 2 to like again if you go there, it replaces this 4 to 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now if you go for the third iteration, it will just do the same. So now only one element you will check. So basically this what it does, it reverses the initial array. So the correct answer is D. If you have any question, you can ask. So what I have written inside, replace, yes. So the replace takes in 4 pointers, uh, 2 pointers and 2 values. One is the start index. This is the end index. This is the current value which we will be replacing, and this is the new value with which we will replace it.
Sir, is this current value or current position?
No, no, not position, value.
Value.
Hmm.
Oh. Sir, is the I data and variable?
Uh-huh. What?
Sir, is the I data is variable or an object name like this?
I couldn't understand. Can you repeat again?
Int temp equal to I data of square brackets I. That I data refers to what's the
iData is the array. You see, int iData is written, right? iData is the array. Here it is given, right?
okay,
iData.
sir. Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. So this is question number 8. So you have here a fill in the blanks. So what you will have to fill here so that the output becomes modern C++. It's a very easy question. So basically we have to uh, make sure that the string 1 contains, since you are printing string 1, its string 1 contains this text. It can be done using two ways, either str1 equals to str1 plus str2, like using this operator, plus operator, or you can use str1 append str2. So 1 and C. Why can't we use this one? Can anyone tell? Why can't I use B?
Sir, because in concatenation the space will omit.
Yes, sir. I think so.
Okay. Uh, okay. But can we use strcat actually?
For that we have to include C string not else.
Yeah, and another part is this strcat works for character arrays doesn't work for string.
We have to include header file C string.
Yeah. So that is one.
String is a data type in
Okay.
C++.
Yes, yes. So that's why we cannot use that. And again, so why does this work? I know it is a question that you will not get the answer now, but you will.
Concatenation of the two strings.
So basically, this is a concept called in object overloading, the operator overloading. So this is a concept you will learn in the later part of this like course in C++. This is a concept called operator overloading. So you see, this plus equal to works for a int type data type. It works for a float. It works for a double. But these are all like are kind of inbuilt data type. But string is not an inbuilt data type. It is sort of a like derived. So for that, there is a concept called operator overloading. So that basically due to it, this thing is actually correct. So explanation of this you will find in the later part of this course. Okay, so
Sir,
let's.
can you please explain STR CAP? Why can't we use
Uh-huh,
normally once again? Please, sir.
uh-huh, uh-huh. What?
STR CAP. Why can't we use? Can you
Yeah,
explain again, sir?
so see, string strcat is basically a function that is for character type arrays. Okay, so C++ and C has this definition that string is different and character type array is different in C++. In C, both are same, but here string is a kind of, you can say, a class. So that's why we cannot use it. That one cannot be used here.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So let's get to the next question. So you have this array. So what will be the output of this program? That is the question. So you have this array. You are using a sort, and then you are printing it. Sort is again a part of this algorithm header file. So what happens in sort? In sort, you get.
It will give ascending or descending order. Ascending order.
One minute. 1 minute. Start, end, and an optional part where you give how to sort it. It can be, by default it is always ascending, but you need to give options for descending. So what happens here? This is just array of size 5. What it says is start index is given AIR and the end index is given AIR plus 4. So it sorts between this and this. It doesn't include this. So once it gets sorted, what will happen? So what will be the output? 10, 30, 40, 50, 20. So the correct answer is B. So a typical I like whatever you did, like many of you asked the question. One of the common theme was, what is the end? So so this is a quite like aggressive way to understand this question is what is basically defines the end. So end is basically always the last pointer, the pointer after the array. In this case, if we have given ARR plus 5, then we have sort all the elements. But here we are sorting only the 4 elements, first 4 elements, 4. So that's why only these 4 elements are get sorted. Okay. So if you have any doubt regarding any of the questions, you can ask. If you have any doubt from any part of this week one's lecture, you can ask. Like you can take 2-3 minutes to ask any of these questions. Then we will move to the next part.
These lecture materials is enough for exam, or else we have to follow any book.
I mean, questions will be like this only, nothing more. So, like I will suggest for like solving, you can solve like this kind of questions. Like there are few like books you will find. Those are mainly professional books um, where you will find this kind of questions of finding output and stuff. Other than that, if you want to learn C++, you can follow the K. Balaguruswamy book, E. Balaguruswamy. That is a good book for C++.
Then can you write on your board?
Yeah, 1 minute. C++, sorry. So this is a very nice book. You can follow it. Other than that, you can you see like if you give any like sort of like if you uh, go for placement for any job like in unit like IT industry. So this is a very like common this kind of outputs things and all. So if you go on search on internet, you can find many such like output output problems, fill in the blanks problems, what is the error problem. So these kind of things you can find out. So these are the quite common repertoire of questions that are asked. Okay, any more doubts? Then I will go to the next one.
Move on, sir.
Okay, so I have prepared one programming problem for you all. Uh, so it will help you understand how programs in C++ are written using STL. So uh, the program is you have been given a array. You have to find out what is the next greater element in the array for that element. So I'm explaining once. Give me a moment. So suppose you have a array like this 4, 5 to 25, right? So what is the next greatest element for 4 in this array? 5. For 5, what is the next greatest element in this array?
25.
25. For 2, it is 25. But for 25, there is no such bigger element to the left of it, to the right of it. So you will print -1 in that case. Another example. 13, 7, 6, 12. So what is the greatest element for the next for 13? Nothing. So it will be minus 1. For 7 it is 12. For 6 it is 12. And for 12 it is minus 1. So understand the problem. So what we are trying to find out. For each element you need to find out what is the next greatest element in the array. Mhm. So the thing that has been the shown like part of this week's course was for you stack. So you need to use stack to do this. So this is the algorithm. I will explain it and you will ultimately understand how to do it using a stack. So this is a quite a good example of stack. Like I saw the like this week's course, I saw some problems were solved for stack like those postfix prefix. So I thought something different. Let's solve. So what we will do? So you will have initially let's say this array 13, 7, 6, 12. 13, 7, 6, 12. What you will do? You will you will put the first element in the stack. So that is 13. So for next all of the elements one by one, you do this thing. So if the stack is not empty, you will compare the top element of the stack. So in this case is 13 with the next element here. So now it is 7. Is any element so in this case is like you will compare the top of the element. So you see the next element. So next is in this case 7. If the next is greater than the top element, pop the element from the stack. Next is the next greater element for the propped element. And if next is greater than the top element, is in this case next greater than the top element? Here question is next greater than top? So what is top in this case? 13. And what is next in this case? 7. Is 7 greater than 13? No. So uh, we will not pop 13 from the stack. What we will do? We'll push the 7 in the stack. Next, the next element is 6. Is 6 greater than 7? No. Again we will push it. Next, 12. Is 12 greater than 6? Yes. What we will do? Pop and print 6 greater, next greater element is 12. Is 7 greater than 12? Yes. For like 12 is greater than 7? Yes. We will pop and print 7 is greater than 12. Next, is 13 greater than 13 like is 12 greater than 13? No. We will push 12. And next we will do is now there is no more element. So next we will pop them and print -1. So this is the concept. Shall I repeat? Okay, let me repeat it once again. this is the array we have: 13, 7, 6, 12. 13, 7, 6, 12. What it says? Push the first element to the stack. So we'll push the first element to the stack. Next, what we will do is we will mark this element as next. So we will compare the next and the top, and the simple formula is if top less than next, we will pop and print. Okay. Else push. Is 7, in this case next is 7 and top is 13. Is 7 greater than 13? No. So we'll push 7. Next. What is the next now? 6. Is 6 greater than 7? No. We will again push. Is 12? Now next is 12. Is 12 greater than 6? Yes. So we will pop and print. 6 is greater than 12. So 6's next great element is 12. Next I will compare it with, now the top element is 7. Is 7 greater than, is 7 less than, is 12 greater than 7? Yes. We'll again pop and print. Next, this element also gone. Now is 13 less than 12? No. So we will push it. So it becomes 12 and 13. Now it's gone. Now the array is empty. So now we will pop all the elements and print minus 1. 12 minus 1, 13 minus 1. Yeah, whatever you want to ask, you ask. It's like,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
mhm. You understood like what we are trying to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will write this code. Let me do one thing. Let me open my ID once. Can you explain program week 1 question number 3? Paste it. I will explain. Yeah. So you have any doubt? You can just write it in the chat box. I will explain. I don't have the question.
Sir, these slides, sir, from where we have to download these slides?
See, ideally, the NPTEL, the course page you have there, should there like this is the first week that is happening, right? So wait till Friday. I guess they will put a option how to download, how to get this downloaded and all. This the YouTube link also will also be there.
Sir, one more thing.
Mhm.
Sir, how could we uh, do our basic strong?
Uh, Basic in the sense like basic programming or understanding of C++. Like those are two different things, right?
Sir, in understanding of C++.
Let me tell you fundamentally this course that is delivered by professor is a very good course to begin with. This, if you follow all the lectures, it is actually quite comprehensive. Like I will say this is a state of the art course. This is very good comprehensive question. Like whatever subject if you take from NPTEL, those are very good subjects and the quality of lectures are very good. Like it goes from basics to the top. So if you follow these lectures, you won't have any trouble understanding the basics, at least. For like, once you understand the basics,
Sir,
then you can say.
I was asking that, sir, sir was explaining in very good manner, but we can't get these minute details that how is these elements are getting into our stack in array and how these are getting popped.
Okay, so
जैसे कि अभी आपने बताया ना सर वैसे.
one thing I will say that so uh, one thing is that this is not a data structure class. Okay, so if you want to understand what how a stack works, how a linked list works, how a set works, you need to go through the data structure part of it. So for that, I will say a little bit. You can follow the data structure course also for this. Like data structure, I guess NPTEL has some course that you can follow to understand the basics of stacks and queues. So your problem is you don't understand what is a stack and how a stack works, right?
Yes sir, and many more and any other things also sir.
So for let me say like for stack and things that for that you need to understand the data structure. So I saw the coursework like it is completely you need the prerequisite. I thought like I think that you know a basic of data structure also. So that I guess this course assumed because in the first lecture only they started with STL. So I guess you need to go through the data structure course once to understand the basics of
Sir,
that.
reading books can
Yeah,
help.
okay. So reading books is always will help. You pick up any data structure book, everything is in basics. So I don't remember from which book I did, but data structures, any data structure book you can take and start reading. The basics are always same. Any data structure book.
Sure, sir.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, let me stop presenting. 1 minute. Is my ID visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. Okay, now I will not admit anyone else. Now let's start writing some codes. So, as we are discussing, so we will basically try to write this code. Okay, so what we discussed is finding the next greatest element. This code. So this will also give you an idea how to write a code using an STL, using STL. So let's start. So first unit is as include IO string. Next hash include stack. Next we will write the main function. So main has to return something. Next we will define the array. So array in this case, let's say 13, 7, 6, 12. And we will write a function. We will write a function print next greatest element. So it will take two parameters. First parameter is int arr. Second is the size. And we will call this array, this function, sorry. Okay, so next is we will write this, use the stack to find the next greatest element in our case. So first we will initialize the stack. Since this is an int type, we will define int type. Yes. Next the concept is we need to push the first element. Error 0. Next, for int I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So we will now iterate over all the other elements. If S is empty, only if the stack is empty, we will push the next element. We will put a continue. If not the case, if it is not empty, we will pop it. While is dot empty equal to false, and then is dot top less than arr I. So now we will actually write the step for this condition. Okay, so now we will write the step for this condition, which we mentioned, that if top is less than next, then pop, else push. key out. This is the pop one. Pop. So this is one condition done. Next we will, once this is done, we will pop it. We will push it. Now we will print the rest of the elements. This is very simple, this code only. Okay, so now I have written the code. So let me explain it once. This is the part where we are checking whether the top element is greater than is less than the next element, and then we are either pushing it or popping it based on that. So this is the part of the code that is logic that is basically doing it. So we will now build it and check if there is any error. Um, Not declared in this stack wasn't declared in this code. Okay. Okay. Using namespace std. Oh, this will be 4. Now it's done. I guess something I missed. So this is how you this is how you write the code for like a C++ code using a stack or a STL code. This is how you need to write. So this is how you have to make the logic. You have to take the logic and you have to correspondingly write it. So any doubt regarding this? You can ask. Yeah, so what you have written, function variable 1 variable 2 equals to from this statement we call function from left hand side. I cannot understand how this how it behave like. So could you please how it works with example please. So So this is basically I guess function overloading. Yeah, so the so this one you will this lecture one you will get on this recording you will get on like YouTube. I guess they will share the link. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. I like NPTEL team will share with you. Okay, so this is from which week? Week one or week two? This one you have said. This function variable one variable two equals to a. Week two I will solve next week. Ask next week I will solve. This is week one. Week one. So ask any question from week one. You have. Okay, so this tutorial was mainly for you to understand how to write a C++ code using STL. Okay, so that like when you are writing a program, you need to specifically learn how to write a program. I hope you have gone through this this like like this program when I was writing. So like be sure to like understand how you need to construct. So suppose okay, you may not be able to find the logic, understand the logic at the beginning, but at least you need to understand how to convert that logic to a program. That is a very big point, right? So here just I have shown while I was writing the code how we are doing it. So like week one assignment question one, just please put the question in the chat box. I will solve it. Week one question. I don't have the question with me, sorry. That is the problem, but if you should write it in the chat box I will solve it. So okay, so do you guys really like need me to discuss previous week's assignment every week? Then I will do it also. That's not an issue. Like suppose today I am discussing week one, so week one has been completed. I know you have submitted also. So okay, okay. From next week I will do it. Okay. So next week is I will be solving those this kind of interact session for week two, and I will also take the questions which they have asked in week two and try to solve it in the here. So I will address those doubts.
So please address the doubts in the discussion forum also.
So one thing is that for discussion forums doubt, there is a specific TA like who is assigned for that. Okay, that is not generally my job, but whatever like regarding this session, if you have any doubt, you can ask there. Okay, so what is this? Consider the program below. Fill the blank line 1 to include appropriate header file to utilize apps. Fill the line 2 to compute the length of this. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Can we
so
please
the
share you the program?
uh-huh.
So can we screen share you the program?
1 minute, 1 minute. Let me solve this one first. So what is the problem with this one? Sakit Subramaniam, what is the problem with this one? So line one, so you know what it will be. You are solving a math problem, so it will be obviously C math. And for return line two, you do it. It's just you need a structure, so you just need to apply the formula. Formula is also given. What is the issue here? So let's see point P1. So this it will be P1 dot ABS. So I don't remember the syntax, but this it will be P1 dot Y minus P2 dot Y P2 P1 dot X minus P2 dot X. I guess this one will suffice. And so I will understand question week 2 question 3 the stuff. See week 2 I cannot discuss. Week 2 tomorrow is your submission, so you have to submit it then. That I cannot discuss, but week 1 I can discuss.
So we
We
the same dates,
huh
not the same dates are for the week one also.
uh-huh.
But the same dates,
So they
the
have the
same
same
dates
dates
have
for
been
week 1 also.
assigned.
Okay, then I'm
Yes,
not
sir. Yes.
solving. Then I'm not solving. Forget it. Week 1 also I'm not solving today. I didn't know that week 1 also not been submitted yet.
So both have the same date. That's the issue.
And what week 3?
Week three, it's 15 and 16.
Okay. Okay, so congrats, solve it. Then next week I will discuss these things. Then don't ask me now. Okay, I cannot solve it. Next week, next week. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can ask. Else, I will close the session for today.
No, sir.
Okay. So join next week.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Next week, same time. If you have any doubt regarding this week 1 and week 2, I will then check it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
yeah. Bye.